Hello, welcome back to Mojo with Maggie. I hope you've had a good week so far, and if you haven't, I hope you're smiling. Keep on smiling. I myself, I've been dealing with some lupus flare this week, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to give a shout out. There's some people that have been trolling my website. No, I'm not calling you trolls, but this is nostalgia, and we're going to have some Mojo with some nostalgia later. I just want to give a shout out to those cities that have been viewing my website, sharing my information, and I really appreciate it. And let's go here. We have Ashburn, Virginia, Austin, Texas. In Maryland, we have Havre Grace, Chesapeake City, Elkton, Northeast, Baltimore, Parkville, Delaware. We have Newark and Wilmington, Pennsylvania, York, Upper Darby, Kirkwood, New Jersey. We have Barrington, Jersey City, Franklinville, Tennessee. We have Clarksville, Nashville, Smyrna, Sevierville, Seattle, Washington, Brooklyn, New York, and Lincoln, Nebraska. Shout out to all of you. I really appreciate you coming back, checking out my website frequently, and I hope you'll share my website so that I can help others. That's what I want to do here. I want to help you get on with your day to day, to keep on keeping on. I want you to just be you. I want you to accept yourself. I want you to be strong. I want to give you some of my life that I've been through, things I've been through that I can help you with. Uh, I've experienced, I have a lot of experience. And I just want you to have fun in life. Life's about fun, it's not about stress. And today I want to talk to you about, and please forgive me, I'm having trouble with my voice today because as I said, I've been dealing with a lupus flare, not complaining, just letting you know. And I'll have you know it has affected my lips this week. And that's why I have this wonderful bright red lipstick you see here on. I'm not usually one to wear a lot of lipstick, but I got this lipstick for a play. Usually if I'm wearing lipstick, I'm doing something goofy or having fun with it. I was in a Christmas play and I was the main character. And that main character put on this bright red lipstick. And she was all about herself. In that play, she was all about herself, and she just thought she was something else, but she did not care about others. Now, I care about others. But anyway, today I want to talk to you about self-image. It's something I've dealt with a lot over the years, and I've struggled with until I learned how to accept myself. I keep talking about that, but I'm going to keep talking about that because you have to accept you. And life's hard on all of us. It can be very hard on everyone, whether you're a man, woman, transgender, a child, a teenager. I don't care who you are. Life can be hard on you, especially when others look at you and how they perceive you. And I know a first image is a lot of times everything. It can make or break you, especially in interviews and things like that. But in everyday life, I'm talking about more or less. We categorize ourselves. You go into, like, I was trying to pick for this website a category. I had to pick a category. There was no self-help category. It was educational, this, that, and the other. So I had to categorize it. And I really don't feel like there's a total category that fits everything that I'm going to be putting on my website and talking to you about and goofing off about. But so I had to do that. And I feel like we do that to ourselves way too much. Things in life happen. Like for me, with the lupus that I've dealt with, I've had to take medicine. And medicine as early as the beginning of this year I had to take for a major flare with pneumonia and everything else going on. That caused me to gain more weight. And that was out of my control. I could have eaten carrots the whole time, but the medicine they put you on really makes you hungry. So I ate, and yes, I can take that weight off, but it didn't come on overnight. It's not going to go off overnight. So I'm working on it. If I have a bad day, it's like shampoo. You just apply. You may have to rinse and repeat. What I mean by that is daily. If you fall off the wagon of your diet or whatever you're trying to do to make yourself better, do not hound yourself. Do not put yourself down. You just get back up the next day and you try again. You keep trying. You put that smile back on. And let me tell you, There's lots of things that make you change. There's people. We find ourselves in groups. I was in a group the other day, a group of women, happened to be women, and as soon as they all get together, it seems like everybody. I had to stand back for a minute because I I wasn't going to be part of that, but I was listening. Oh my, did you see? I had so many wrinkles on my face, or excuse me, or I've gained so much weight. I got to get back to the gym and I got to start walking. Why do we feel like when we walk into a room with other people, we have to explain our body image to them or our faults? Or why do we feel we have to do that? Because we're not accepting our own self image. I know you want to look good. I want to look good. But you have to be the best you can be that day. You can't be anything else but the best you can be that day. And we're not all models, and I'm not harping on models. It's great. They're beautiful women, men. But let's face it, we're not all models. Most of the world are not models, and we can't Photoshop ourselves when we go into a group of people. Boy, wouldn't that be fun? You know, I think I would have way too much fun with that. But anyway, what is beauty? What's pretty? What's handsome? What's 40 look like? You know, what does 50 look like? What does 100 look like? I've met people who are close to 100 years old that have less wrinkles than me, and they don't use cream. Maybe it's in their genes. Maybe it's in their daily care of their face. Who knows? I didn't ask them. I wish I would have. But everyone has their own definition of pretty, handsome, what looks good, what doesn't. You're not going to fit in everybody's category. You're not going to please everybody. There are people out there that may like how you look, people that don't like how you look. You have to accept yourself. Please yourself. I'm not saying going out and be totally crazy with your image. Rock what you got. Do what you want, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. I'm always about that. Don't go out and try to hurt people. So I want to say, look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror. Look at who you are. Okay? Look in the mirror. Look really hard, and you'll see. You'll see. Ooh, my goodness, I'm falling apart here. You will see wrinkles, maybe. You'll see signs of aging. You may see balding. You may see lots of things. But let me tell you, accept yourself. Okay? I have wrinkles. My hair is not perfect. My hair is, a lot of times it's messy. Okay? Accept yourself. Laugh at yourself. Okay? And your spouse is glasses on, so you may not want to ask them if you're going out. Mine does anyway. So I want to tell you something that really changed my thinking about my self-image. I went to pick up my nephew. I don't even remember where we were going, a movie, the mall, something. But I didn't want to be late. So I threw my hair up and just threw some clothes on, went out the door, got him, picked him up. We're driving. I said, we are going to go back to my house because Aunt Maggie has to fix her hair. I didn't fix my hair before we went out, and excuse me, I said I want to look good. So we're going to go back to my house. And he looks over, we pull in my driveway. He goes, Aunt Maggie, you really didn't have to do this. He says, you look good just the way you are. Wow. Did that make me feel good at that moment? It sure did. And boy, did I not think I looked good? No, I didn't. Would I think half the population would think I looked good at that moment? No, I wouldn't. We're hard on ourselves. We are extremely hard on ourselves. Don't be so hard on yourself. Accept yourself. Accept your self-image of who you are. You have to do that before you can shine any kind of beauty out in the world. You can be the biggest, the brightest, the smartest, and the most beautiful person in the world, but you're not going to shine beauty, true beauty, unless you feel it in here. So accept yourself. Accept your wrinkles. Accept your flaws. Accept it. Change it if you need to change it. If you don't feel comfortable with it, if you don't feel comfortable with your weight, do what you can to change it. And if you're not in a state, you're disabled, or you have a medical condition where you can't change it, dress it up. Do whatever you can to make yourself feel good about your self-image. Don't let anyone change your self-image and make you feel bad about it. When I was a teenager, excuse me, I had buck teeth. I had pretty bad buck teeth. I think them things must have stuck out a half inch. I mean, I used to get told, I'm not going to say who told me this, I used to get told all the time I could eat cabbage through a picket fence. Wow. How was that for self-image? For you to hear that? Not even as a teenager. That was before teenager that I heard that. But I didn't take that to heart for the most part, or I didn't think I did. In school, I had some people calling me names about my teeth, and I would just get so upset about that. All I would see when I looked in the mirror was those teeth, because I was allowing people to call me names, or I was tuning in to what they were saying instead of what I felt about myself. I was allowing that to be what was shining in the mirror and not the true me, because I'm not all about those teeth. I'm not all about these wrinkles on my face. I'm not all about these freckles. It's the whole, it's the inside. And it took a lot for me to get away from that. Actually, it took me standing up to myself. Again, it was one of the stars of the school who was calling me that, and I really stood up to him one day in the hallway, and pretty abruptly. And not proud of that, but I did. But it stopped it, because he was spreading it. People get on the bandwagon. Hey, we're going to pick on you. You're the next one we're going to pick on because we got something to pick on you. And he says it's great to pick on you for this, and he's doing it, and we want to look good to him. No, don't do that. If you're doing that, I hope you will stop, because that's hurting people. That's bullying. But I had to stand up for myself, and then I had to change what I thought in the mirror. Did I get braces? You bet your booty I did. I worked 2 jobs as a teenager to get those braces. Lo and behold, I would have had to worn a retainer for the rest of my life to keep them totally straight. They have moved. Am I okay with it? Sure I am. Because this is me. This is who I am. And I love who I am. I love who I am inside and out. Not perfect. I have days. We all have days. But stop it. Look in that mirror. Put yourself in a picture frame. Get your Vogue on. And say, I look good. Get up every morning. Say, I look good. I'm strong. Whatever makes you feel good about yourself, say it to yourself. Repeat it to yourself. Don't let no one change it, is what I'm trying to tell you. So, make it a reflection of within. And if you're not a good person within, change yourself. You could be a good person. We're all good people. There's some things in life that make people turn. And I'm a true believer that you can turn it around. So turn yourself around if you're not doing good. Turn yourself around if you're talking to yourself in a negative way every day. You need to talk positive. Get in that mirror and you talk good to yourself. If you need some motivation, contact me. My email is maggiebrumits@gmail.com. Yes, I have an S on the end of it because there's another Maggie Brumit out there. Oh, no, you're in trouble. There's another Maggie Brumit out there. So anyway, I just want to say, I love you just the way you are. The world will love you just the way you are, but you have to own the way you are. You have to own your self-image. You have to be pretty, handsome, whatever it is in yourself to make it come out of you. Okay? It doesn't take a lot of lipstick. Really, it doesn't. It doesn't take a lot of eyeliner. It doesn't take a lot of hairspray. But if you wanted to, go for it. Okay? There's some really beautiful people out there. I'm not one of them artistic people that can do that. But anyway, so let's get off with the self-image time and let's talk some Mojo. Mojo with Maggie time. So I want to tell you, when I was young, my father, if I was sick, he would take me to the doctors. We would go to, I believe it was Eckerd's at that time, Eckerd's Pharmacy. And he would always, and let me tell you, my father, if you've logged on before, you know my father has passed, and I loved him dearly. And he would always take me to Eckerd. and he would let me go to the aisle where I could pick Sather's candy. It's a candy in a bag. It was 2 for a certain price, or I believe it was 25 cents a pack. And, you know, my father probably didn't have a nickel to rub together to get me this pack of candy, but he would do it to make me feel good. He worked so hard, so hard for us. And, you know, I really didn't realize that until after he was gone, the things that I really missed out because I was concentrating on other things. But that's another day. That's another day, and we'll get to that another day. But I want to say, pixie sticks. I used to love pixie sticks. And these things, I've turned into a pixie stick. Just kidding. But anyway, a third of the bag, can you believe it? Used to be this bag was full. And these things were 3 times the size they are. They're a third of the bag now. It's a sign of the times, you know? But this is the nostalgia that makes me happy. Now, do you think I'm going to eat these pixie sticks? Probably not. I've grown out of the pixie sticks, but I could just have them here. And it's just a great reminder of the love my dad gave and the fun I had while eating them and just being a kid, just being myself. A lot of times when you're a little kid, I mean a little kid that doesn't let the world affect them, you dance in the rain, you play in mud puddles, you have fun. And you look in the mirror and you're a princess at one moment, and you're a king, or you're a Ninja Turtle, or you're whatever you want to be. Wow, if we all had that mirror today, wouldn't that be great? Now, we might look a little goofy going into work as a Ninja Turtle, but I just want to say, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your self-image. Enjoy who you are. Rock who you are. Look in that mirror every day and say, I love you. Say you're great. Say positive, motivational things to yourself and watch and see what happens. You will smile. You'll do better. You'll have better days. And I want you to have better days. So please, I want you to join me next week. And Sister Grandma's should be here. She told me tonight she works a couple jobs, so she may or may not. So I'm hoping she'll be here next week, give you a little taste of the little tidbit shows I'm going to do. These Sister Grandmas one-up each other. So I think I'm going to have one of the Sister Grandmas here next week and get some more Mojo on. And I hope you'll come back and check my website. I did add some more things to the resource section. I'm going to be adding some more tonight. And I'll do another blog post. So please email me, contact me on my website. Tell me what kind of motivation or what's bringing you down. Let me motivate you. Let me pull out the things that I've had to deal with through life and get through. Let me help pull you through. So until we meet again next week, I want to say, keep on keeping on and just be you, my friends. Thank you.